Jeevan, game-winning goal, assist, your first start here at BC Place. How does it feel to accomplish all this tonight?
Obviously, it feels amazing, man. Obviously, growing up in the academy is one main thing, but scoring a goal at BC Place and just, as a little kid, I was in those stands watching a lot. But now scoring a goal at BC Place in front of family, in front of fans, just means a lot, man. It's amazing.
Can you take us through your preparation for this game? Obviously, it's a different kind of setup to get into this game, and obviously when you found out. So can you take us through all the stages this week?
Uh, it's hard, I spent a lot of time on the toilet. I'll say that. But coming to the game, I was just mentally prepared. Obviously, it's hard with an illness, a lot of guys missing, but I had to step up, obviously, and all the guys had to step up, and it was obviously an amazing feeling, amazing result. So it was nice.
Who was in the stands for you tonight?
There was a lot of family. I had like the main ones were my mom, my dad, my grandma, my sister, my brother, my girlfriend. It was really nice. But I had a lot of cousins, a lot of family, a lot of friends.
What does winning like this in these kind of circumstances say about this team?
That we're strong mentally, We're obviously keeping our place at top of the table, which is really nice. But obviously, coming from a big defeat, obviously that was big. But we kept strong, held on as one team. Obviously, the staff were a big part of it. But the players, everyone from the goalkeeper to the strikers to the subs, we just did really well and, had a strong heart out there.
Jeevan, when we spoke at the end of last year, we talked about this season coming up and what it could mean for you. How have you found everything so far? You found yourself in a cup final, continental adventures, now getting your first goal in your first start here at BC Place.
It's surreal, man. Being one of the youngest players on the team, it's obviously hard to get my spot with a lot of great players. But I got to take my chances. Obviously, with international guys, obviously like a sickness like this, I just got to be strong. I got to take my chance as well. And these moments are everlasting, and I just got to get there and do my job.
Jesper talked about the position you were playing tonight, like in the double six. It allowed you to really thrive and was so good for your game because you can go forward, you can be defensive. How did you enjoy playing that role tonight?
I enjoyed it a lot, but it's a lot of running, I'll say that. But I love running, well, that's one of the main things. And Jesper, he tells me, I got a lot of energy, I just got to keep on going. And one of the biggest things was, Ralph, he allowed me to go forwards. He's more of a pivot role. So it was nice having just us two, but I really enjoyed it, going forward. Obviously, that helped me get my goal, but it was nice, yeah.
Jeevan, you go now into a game next week against, and you don't get a lot of opportunities to play a lot of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. When you look at your schedule, you've been able to build up where you are, playing a lot of Western Conference opponents. So to go and play the Columbus Crew, big opportunity it is to kind of show, just how good you are league wide. And will that be the big thought process going through the week?
Yeah, obviously Columbus is a very good team in the East, and they're a good team in the league. But, us as a team, we've been doing really well, and that's one of our big things. Like, we got to show that we're not only the top in the West, but the top in the whole league. In a big game like this coming up, we have a full week now. Obviously, hopefully the sickness goes away. But, yeah, it's a big game for us, and we'll look forward to it.
So Jeevan, the goal obviously still maybe a lot of headlines, but I think there's a run you made around the 65th minute where you tackled, cramped up, but you put everything into that moment, and just it was clear you wanted to go out and just fight for the badge. Obviously, as a hometown kid, just speak to that special feeling of wanting to fight for a badge that you grew up watching, that you grew up around.
Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously I got my goal and everything, but that was only in the first half, and I knew I had a whole other half coming up. And just building from that, it gave me, obviously I had energy going into the game, but it gave me more energy, getting the goal, and then the fans chanting, which was really nice, got goosebumps. But yeah, it's just, after the goal, I know how much energy I had, and I just wanted to keep on going. And obviously we were defending for our lives half the time, but after that first red, we were just all over them after that, and it was nice, I got opportunities to go forward, and we talked about it before, Ralph gave me the opportunity. So it was nice just being in the moment.
And I guess just speak to how maybe Jesper has pushed you, because he also speaked about he's liked a lot, but he's challenged you. He wants you to, he knows there's maybe more there in your game. You're still a young guy. How has that challenge been from him?
It's a big challenge. Jesper's had a lot of like confidence in me, but he's always given me like a push. Every time, after every game, after every training, he's pushing me to excel. Obviously, being young, but he's telling me that I could take a spot. I could build forward. Being one of the youngest guys, I look up to half these guys, but he's giving me opportunities to excel and perform when I need to. So yeah, it's nice.
Where's the ball going?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I actually don't know. It's probably gonna go in the living room. We have like a nice like around the TV, nice trophies and stuff. So it might go there, or I might put it in my room.
Do you live at home?
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy, I wanted to ask you just about building up the challenges that Jesper has been giving you. Jesper's playing career was as a midfielder as well. As you are learning from a coach with that background, do you feel that influences you or helps you in any way?
Oh yeah, 100%. Obviously Jesper is very well. He's very smart and he's a great coach. He's he's pushing me in different ways and he's giving me tips and tricks that help me with my game. And it's obviously a good thing that a coach played in my position like that. He's allowing me to excel, allowing me to have a drive. So it's always nice.
Yeah, so as a longtime fan and now that you're a player, how did it feel to hear the fans cheering and chanting for you specifically after the goal?
As I said before, it was goosebumps, man. It's something I've never felt before, Coming through the academy, I have my mom cheering my name. And then coming to WSC2, I had my cousins and my family. And now just having a bunch of fans in the stands, there was a little chant for me. It was surreal, man. I enjoyed it, but I was also like, wow, what's going on? Like, this is nuts. It was nice, yeah.
Jeevan, what does it mean to you to represent Surrey in the Southeast community?
It's special, growing up in Surrey with a big South Asian community behind me. It's nice. I haven't checked my phone fully, but probably getting a lot of text messages and comments and everything. But I know they're looking down and saying, well done, Jeevan. So I'm really happy to, show that, coming from Surrey, coming from a South Asian background and doing my thing.
Now, you turned 19 a few months ago.
Yeah, I did.
What kind of celebrations today? Maybe party Scott Road?
Nah, that's a Canucks thing, man. Especially after the year that they had, I don't know. But no, it'll be a big party at my house. Yeah. Good. Thank you guys. Thank you.